that $2 trillion by 2019 will be spent on crime costs related to cybersecurity. So the issues are very, very serious. So this is why Cal State Fullerton's College of Engineering and Computer Science has launched a Cybersecurity Center in fall of 2015, led by Dr. Mikhail Goffman. And there has been flurries of activities, a good flurry of activities that's been happening at the center. Okay, some of the examples are many of the faculty are publishing their work related to cybersecurity in IEEE and ASEAN conferences. In December, there's going to be a book on biometrics authored by 2 of our cybersecurity faculty, cybersecurity center faculty. And Firewall Side Chat talk series features faculty and industry experts discussing pressing issues in cybersecurity, which is getting a lot more community presence nowadays. And Center has secured over $30,000 on corporate donations and private gifts. And remember, the Cybersecurity Center has been on existence for only 1 year. And Student Club, Offensive Security Society, has a membership grown over 50 students with support from the industry partners such as Bechtel Corporation. And Group of Student Research Team won the first prize in research competition at IEEE SUSTech conference. So these are some of the things that that just came to my mind and had written down, and there are many, many more activities that's going on at the Cybersecurity Center. And sometimes I look at small things and try to infer by information. And luckily, I share the same office floor with Dr. Goffman, and I often see him around 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock in the evening in a little conference room working with 7, sometimes 3 students on security issues and computer science. So sometimes I will just kind of stand on the hallway and listen to what they're saying. And most times I don't understand because I'm a mechanical engineer by training. So I don't know much about cybersecurity, but one thing that I sense is a pure sense of enthusiasm and passion in the meeting at 10, 11 p.m. So I just explained all the Cybersecurity Center's achievements in a very short period of time. But what I was most proud about Cybersecurity Center at Cal State Fullerton is we have a group of passionate faculty led by Dr. Goffman and group of students in search of knowledge and showing passion to increase awareness of the community and the passion to really learn about what needs to be addressed for this important issue in the future. So I am very, very proud of my colleague, led by Dr. Goffman, and group of students at the Cybersecurity Centers. And I could only see a bright future at Cal State Fullerton because of centers like cybersecurity. And I know this is going to be a long-day event, and I'm sure many of you will have a very fruitful discussion with faculty, students, and industry experts dealing with how to prepare for cybersecurity for now and future. Thank you, and I wish you the best.
Security never sleeps, and neither do we. So, I'd like to introduce myself. Thank you, Dean St. June, for your remarks. My name is Mikhail Goffman. As Dean St. June already introduced So Dean St. June talked quite a lot about our center, but actually this event, it predates the center. The first event we held in 2013, and the center was officially created in 2015. So this event way predates the center. So the Security Day was a Security Day before Center for Cybersecurity was that. So I would like to begin by thanking our sponsors, people who helped make this event happen. First of all, I would like to thank Dell for sponsoring our lunch, because we need food to thrive. So we sincerely appreciate their contribution. Please, when you get a chance, go out and speak to them. They got some really cool technology out there on display. I'm still trying to get past over their tiny projector, because I think I really need something like that in my office. So please speak to them. That's really fascinating. I also would like to thank our sponsors from Security First, thanks to whom we're getting this wonderful space. We had to settle for more modest accommodations in the previous years, and thanks to them, we're now a real event. We're in the Titan Pavilions. So I first met them during one of our events last spring, and I was immediately fascinated by their technology. They have a different approach to security than anything I have seen out there. The basic approach to security that I keep seeing is building a bigger wall around your valuable assets. And what Security First does, they take a different look. Instead of trying to build a bigger wall, let's make it so by the time somebody manages to break down all your security, there is nothing for you there to steal. I thought it was fascinating, and I use them as an example in my classes. So if you were in that class, and even if you weren't, please speak to them. It's really fascinating what they're doing in the area of cloud and data. So before we let our speakers speak, I'd like to tell a little bit about who we are and what we do. So the first item, no introductions needed. I would like to thank my assistant directors who helped me run the center, without whom we wouldn't be where we are today. Dr. Yun Tian, she's our assistant director of teaching. She is sitting back there. We got Dr. James Choi, who is our assistant director of research. And Dr. Shan Wang, who is our assistant director of outreach, who has helped me a great deal on putting this event together. The key focus of the center is on the cybersecurity education, outreach, and research. So let me tell you a little bit about those things. First, I would like to talk about what we do in terms of education. So our main focus is high-impact educational practices. Okay, so we're talking about more than just lecturing students on security, because I think by now everybody heard how security is important and what we need to do to make it a reality. We go farther than that. We try to involve students in hands-on exercises, specifically teach them what is it like being on the other side of the attack, to think like an attacker. Students in my network security class, they know how to write their own malware. They know how to write tools for making malware. They know how to hack, or at least they're learning. We're not trying to create another generation of criminals here, but rather we're trying to help them learn how to stop where the attacks begin. And the attacks begin in the attacker's mind. By thinking like an attacker, we allow them to penetrate the attacker's mind. It's not something we can do with tools or even technical knowledge. So let me talk a little bit about our goals. So first of all, we would like to adapt an interdisciplinary approach to cybersecurity education. In order to solve a real-world cybersecurity problem, it has more than just a technical dimension, and it's just a reality. So, for example, you might propose a viable cybersecurity solution for your company, but it might not be viable in terms of business. It may have excessive costs, or it might not be acceptable to everyday operations of the company. So, in order to understand all those different dimensions and to let them shape our curriculum development, we take an interdisciplinary approach to design designing the curriculum itself. We get input from, of course, computer science. That's the department which took the initiative to start the center. Electrical engineering, in order to get an insight on how do you actually deal with kinds of attacks which target hardware. Civil engineering, how we protect our infrastructure. And of course, business and information systems on how do we take our technically sound solutions and make them viable in terms of business. Here is one of our examples of our involvement of students in research, which is a key part of the high-impact practices. We had a team of students who won a third place at IEEE SUSTEC. There were about 20 competitors, including students from UCs and students from MIT. So they conducted research on mobile security based on biometrics, and we'll hear them speak later today. So the second item, which we are very serious about, is expanding our curriculum with new security courses. You've got to have security courses in order to keep up with what's going on. And when thinking about which courses to develop, we're always looking at what's out there and what do our industry partners need. We had many constructive discussions with Bechtel, with Cigital, and other companies in order to create this list of courses. So there are courses in the work on cyber forensics and malware analysis, as well as those other courses. We expect those courses to be offered within a year. So our fourth goal is to incorporate security into non-security courses. Because the trouble nowadays is a lot of people who are the cause of the security breaches are not actually security people. It's your regular developers, it's your regular system administrators who just try to make the systems more usable, more reliable, but neglecting the security dimension. All right? Our system admin here is certain he is not one of those people. Okay? Yeah. So, no offense. And all of our IT people here, no offense to either. I know you're great. Okay? Did I apologize for everybody? Okay, good. So, all right, so as an example, recently the border banks have been hacked. You probably heard about this. This was an incident in Illinois and Arizona. Why? Because a web developer decided not to sanitize user inputs, and attackers used an attack called the SQL injection. We do learn about those in our class, and we don't just talk about this, our students actually perform them. If you're in my network security class, that's something to look forward to this year. Okay? In operating systems, as I try to talk about operating systems, I often find myself saying that this is a great feature, but look at all the innovative ways in which we can compromise it. So we try to make people aware of those issues as well. Same thing goes for all of our other courses, because security is everybody's job, not just that of security experts. So, and here's one of the examples of what we did new this year. So in our network security course, where, once again, we make sure that students actually do hands-on hacking and hands-on defense, we have partnered up with Arizona State University, and we're testing their new technology called the Thought Lab. Thought Lab is a virtual hacking lab which allows students to write their own malware to practice hacking without fear of getting into trouble. Okay? So, in order to achieve all those academic goals, we need faculty who are able to shepherd our curriculum. So, our goal is to hire faculty in the areas of thrust. So, we are going through a search process right now. Dean St. Jude, I think recently your office has approved another faculty space for the CS department. So, we're open to fill that space in with one of those people, or maybe all spaces, that'd be nice. Okay? So, we're looking for people in the areas of cryptography, digital forensics, distributed systems security, big data, trusted platforms, and basically anything security. So if you're happy to be a faculty candidate that has just wandered in, and you're happy to specialize in those areas, please apply. I don't have an authority to hire you, but I can encourage you to apply. All right? Yeah. All right? So, the second goal is to get involved in research, conduct research in the areas of thrust. So right now we have expertise of researchers in the area of biometrics, which would be me. We have cloud computing, which would be me and Dr. Tien, who's sitting back there. Dr. Bain is doing sensor networks, and although she doesn't admit it, but it seems that she publishes a substantial amount of security topics as well. So, although I don't think she thinks herself as a security researcher. Okay? So, we got Dr. John Feller in the computer engineering department, and together we're currently talking to the Navy in order to do research in areas, well, I guess I cannot talk about that. Right? So, okay. And of course, policy analysis, which would be me. So, we're working in those areas, and we're constantly looking to push research in those areas forward and beyond. Here are some examples of the research output which we produced this year. We got faculty publishing in top-tier IEEE journals and journals of ACM, and really basically everywhere. So you probably noticed this slide is a very small font, and that's a good thing because I was trying to fit so many publications recently produced on one slide. So I hope this problem will get worse in the coming semesters or years, right? So, and this fall, me and my collaborator, Dr. Sanjay Mitra from Mikhail College of Business, we have put together a book on mobile biometrics. Not just mobile biometrics, it's biometrics in the data-driven world, but mobile is a big part of that. So the book is coming out this December. It features contributions from our out-of-center faculty, including, once again, Dr. Tien, Dr. Burma from the Computer Science Department, Dr. Khan from Computer Science Department, and even our students. Our students worked very hard to help edit this, to put together the chapters, and kudos to them. Some of them stayed up until 5 a.m. with me. So, all right. So, in order to achieve all those goals, we also place emphasis on engaging with our industry partners. Applied research has always been a strength of Cal State Fullerton, and we're looking forward to capitalizing on this strength by working with our partners from industry. We have experience with submitting SBIR grants with fellow partners, specifically E2BE defense enterprises, and we're looking to expand that area. We also plan to promote cybersecurity literacy through events like this and other events about which I will talk shortly. And of course, support student interest in cybersecurity, which includes our two on-campus student groups, the Offensive Security Society and ISAC. Now, it looks like the Offensive Security Society Club, they have taken over a table right there. Yeah, so guys, you can, wave your hands. See, there we go. They're wearing those stylish shirts, and I'm wearing their badge. So, right. And ISAC is a club in business. They're part of the ISAC International, and I advise both clubs, and we're looking to see them grow and flourish. OSS has done an incredible job this semester, as they will tell themselves later on today. So, we plan to continue holding events like the Security Day, and we have started our new series called Firewall Site Chats. We hold it every spring, and we had a very exciting time this past spring. We had many different speakers. Okay, that's me. This is our Firewall Site Chat with, I think it was Mr. Dale Filippi and Mr. John Karzak from Security First, talking about their technology. We look to have them speak again. And we plan to expand the Firewall Site Chats and keep growing them in magnitude and quality. Recently, this year, we have joined the OCBC Cybersecurity Task Force. We are now permanent members, and we plan to continue to participate in their task force meetings and to participate in their tasks, which include developing cybersecurity tips for businesses. I haven't talked about this to anybody yet, so this is the first time that I'm revealing this publicly, but almost sneakily, the center has been working together with our industry partner, E2E Enterprises, to create a nonprofit cybersecurity think tank. Our legal paperwork was literally approved days ago. So when that came to be, I was scrambling to change those slides to add that as an example. We plan to provide services such as security consulting. We plan to get involved in security technology transfer and provide security analysis to anybody who is in need. So we're looking for them to continue being our partners, and we'll work together with them. And we see this as part of Essential Center's everyday activities. So right now we have a custom track in cybersecurity which students can register for, take a certain set of courses, and thus on their transcript get designated as a cybersecurity professional. This is not a degree program. This is just something which gets added onto their transcript. Our long-term goal is to establish an undergraduate advisory security track and establish more undergraduate programs in cybersecurity and establish a minor in cybersecurity. All those are long-term goals toward which we're working on. So, of course, the center is striving to become self-sustainable. So since our creation last fall, we have brought in around $30,000 worth of private donations as well as collaborations. We plan on continuing expanding our revenue, building out our facilities, and thus growing bigger in scale and getting involved in more and more activities. And of course, our dream, toward which we have been working ever since the center was created, to be recognized by the National Security Association as a center of excellence in teaching cybersecurity. I'm being assisted by Dr. Wortman in Computer Science Department, as well as Dr. Faulkner in making that happen. We're hoping that this mission will be realizable within 2 years. Well, and that concludes my talk. Now the real event starts. Okay, so please wake up. And all right, is everybody still awake? Okay, okay, great. Oh, no need for that, no need for plus, yeah. Saving up for the speakers, all right? They're the ones who are doing the real hard work today. So, what I would like to do is, I'd like to introduce our next speaker, Mr. Matthew Baldy from Security First, and he will be talking about I'd like to welcome you on stage, all right?
Do you mind also putting this?
Sure.
Just put that onto your belt or something and just put this to your collar. Just kind of strap that's on.
And see if we can put that on the collar. Let's see, you can connect
just
it there.
That, yeah. Just click that onto. There you go.
Oh, let's see here. Maybe. There we go. Okay. Who's got the? Oh, you got the remote. Yes. Oh, wonderful. We'll try out the mic. Can anybody hear my mic?